Welcome to But I'm a Lesbian, the podcast where we serve alt-baddie sass, queer film reviews, and everything in between. Whether you're a baby gay
or a queer elder, we're here, we're queer, and we're diving deep into all things lesbian. We're your hosts, Katlynn or Kat.
And Victoria.
Get ready for some sapphic serotonin. Okay, so this week is very special, obviously, because we have a special guest. Well, I guess I have a special guest because Angie is behind the camera this time. So say hi to her behind the camera, everyone. And we have our producer, Victoria, in front of the camera with me. And a big part of that is because if you have been listening for a while, you know that she loves old-timey movies. And so we're like, oh my God, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. I bet she loves it. And she does. Well,
you thought right.
Okay, I was like, we'll see your opinion, but we know you've seen it already, so that's good. Okay, so we are talking about the 2019 hauntingly beautiful French film, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. So this movie is very well loved in and out of the WLW community. What drew you to this movie, Victoria?
It was like old.
I was going to be like, was there any reason besides it's old?
Well, I saw it like a while ago.
Yeah.
For the first time. And I don't generally read like the synopsis or anything.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I was like, oh, a period film. Lovely. Looks like there's 2 chicks in it. Even better.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that it was about an artist. And because I'm also an artist, went to art school. And then it happened to be really gay and like the seaside. And I also love like kind of poetic and witty banter and conversation, which I think it also has. So it just really delivered without me even knowing or asking it to.
Yeah.
Also, the title is very catching.
Yes.
So.
Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Yeah, you're like, is she going to be on fire?
I know.
Yes.
Like, when is she going to explode?
You're like, is this a metaphor? And they're like, no, this is literal.
Yeah, there is fire.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't watch this movie until it had been out for like a little while. Yeah. But I wanted to watch it. But my wife didn't want to watch it. Sometimes she's a hater, but I convinced her. And then she's like, oh, I actually like this. I was like, I knew you would like it.
You're like, duh.
Yeah, obviously. When have I steered you wrong? A lot of times. But I wanted to see, do you have any hot takes or burning desires that you want to share about this movie, Victoria?
Not to be a horn dog, but I was disappointed for it being a French film. Mm. They didn't show the sex.
Yeah.
I mean, we barely got the kissing.
Well, they did a lot of armpit stuff. I think that was their sex scene. There were fingers in armpits, and we were like, oh, okay.
I could have just like some bodily kissing, like kissing down her stomach.
Yeah.
I just think there could have been a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, is there a director's cut or
maybe? Or they were worried because, Blue is the Warmest Color was also French and the director was creepy and pushed them too far. So maybe this director was like, I don't know. Was this directed by a woman?
Maybe it's just, I don't know.
I don't look
those things
Yeah.
But I also realized it made it accessible. So like when I rewatched it this time, like my mom also rewatched it because we rented it on Prime. So if my straight mom could watch it and be like, this was good.
This was beautiful.
I'm like, if it was more sexy times, she might have been less into it. So
yeah, that makes sense.
What about you?
Well, I think I said this before when we mentioned it. I just like that they had body hair because,
I hate watching a period piece and it's like, why does she have a Brazilian?
Yeah, like I'm really confused.
Wax girl.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I really don't think that was a thing then. And so they showed, like I said, they did a lot of armpit stuff, but their armpits were hairy because it was the 1750s. This makes sense that they would have hair on their bodies and they aren't removing it.
Yeah, I appreciated that.
Yes,
that
me
realism.
too. I also said I like that they did the abortion storyline.
Yes.
But I also wondered if it was kind of traumatizing for them to then have Sophie pose for a painting after, like after she was crying when it happened.
That was a
I
little
don't know.
controversial.
Oh. Like
well,
with
no,
other
I
people?
mean, like, agree with you.
Oh, okay.
Where it's just like, so you just had this abortion. Lie down. Let's recreate
Pretend it's
it.
happening.
Marianne, get your paints.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck, Eloise? But
Yes.
kind of a dope painting.
Yes.
Just saying.
True.
Got it. For the art.
Yeah.
Which in their time was like for the gram, you know?
Yeah, just do it for the art. Do it for the gram. You're right. I'm glad you also were like, oh, because I was
just like, is she not traumatized?
Yeah, because she was crying. I thought it was so sweet. I mean, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. I was like, there's a lot to unpack with that sequence.
Yes, and I will say, I completely forgot that whole storyline. All I remembered was that there were lesbians.
I just remembered lesbians
there was body
by the
hair.
sea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even remember the sea. And so then what? Yeah, the whole thing with Sophie, I was like, oh my God.
I remembered the art because literally the word portrait. Like,
Yeah.
I remembered that. But.
Yeah. I remembered that there was something with a book, but I didn't remember all the details. Anyway, point being, there's a lot of stuff that happens. And it's interesting. And we're going to talk about it. And Victoria is going to talk about it after the break. So we're going to have a quick breaky. And when we get back, Victoria will give you the recap. Have someone help you into your corset while we're gone. It's a struggle. Welcome back to But I'm a Lesbian. This week, we are discussing Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
My brain literally just thought Portrait of a Lesbian on Fire.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't seem stoked to marry the man.
Should that be the title of the pod for today?
Yes. We just change it to whatever movie we're doing. That's so silly.
Okay, so if you guys haven't watched this yet, well, sorry, we're going to spoil it. It is in French, so watch it when you feel like reading, unless you speak French.
Yeah.
Okay, so it starts off, I guess, in their present day, where Marianne is teaching a life drawing class to a bunch of young women. And one of the girls is pulling out paintings from her stacks, which they're not supposed to be doing. And so she gets kind of upset. So she's the one like posing for them. Sorry, whatever. She gets up and she's like, whoa, what are you guys doing? You're not supposed to be touching those. Because she sees one that she really doesn't want to see. And it's because it's a portrait from a long time ago. And she's like, it's called Portrait of a Lady on Fire. This movie does like to like reference its name a lot, which I like.
I love that because sometimes you watch a movie and you're like,
why was it called that?
Why'd they call it that? And this time they're like, this is why.
You're like, check it out.
Did you understand?
Yeah. Do you get it? And that's just the setup for the story. So then we flash back and Marianne's on, like I said, a medium rowboat. So not a small, not a large. On a rocky ocean and a bunch of men rowing, and she has some canvases in a wooden box, and she loses the box. It gets dumped into the water, and no one is going to help her. So she jumps in, which is crazy because their clothing was so heavy dry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised she didn't drown. Also crazy that she knows how to swim.
Yeah, for real.
Because it's 1760 or whatever in this movie. So, but she's not a conventional woman.
Yeah.
So anyway, she rescues the painting. This is already showing how far she'll go for her art, you know? Mm-hmm. So no one helps her. And then she just gets dropped off on land at sunset and she's like soaking wet with her stuff. And she's like, but wait, where do I go? He's like, just go up.
I know. Wow. These guys are so helpful.
So she's like summit the seaside cliff and walk through a forest. And then she gets there and that's where we meet the maid. We eventually find out her name is Sophie. Who makes her a fire in like a reception kind of room, which we don't have those in our houses anymore because we all live in tiny houses.
Yeah, I was like, that's fancier.
But it's just like a large kind of like gallery style room. It's just very long, and that's going to be Sophie's bedroom and not Sophie, Marianne's bedroom and studio, which I really liked the scene because Sophie starts the fire and leaves. And then Marianne just gets naked right away. That's how you know it's a French film. Okay. I don't
Nudity.
even know. What are we at? We're like 11 minutes in.
Yeah.
There's nudity. A beautiful like scene where Marianne's backlit by the fire and you just see like the side profile of her beautiful little titty. Like,
Yeah.
holy fucking shit. She's just sitting there. She like lights her pipe.
Yeah.
But she smokes tobacco and then her 2 canvases are dripping wet. I was like, am I the only one that thinks this is suggestive? And they're like flanking the fire, and I was like, okay, all right. If she's gay, to me, this whole scene was just like she's gay.
In case you couldn't tell.
In case you weren't sure. And I just loved that it showed kind of her badassery.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
And then she puts on a robe and starts meandering around, and she goes and helps herself to bread and cheese, which was really hard to watch because I was like, I want bread and cheese.
You're like, but I'm hungry.
And then she's like, sorry, I'm hungry. Do you have any wine? I was like, oh my God, I am her.
You're like,
I am literally her. And then that's when we find out that Eloise, who we haven't met yet, has been called home from the convent where she's been living because her sister, who was set to be married, has died. Yeah. And so it turns out that Marianne is not the first painter that Heloise's mother has hired to paint a portrait. And so Marianne has to be sneaky about it. So she's talking to Eloise's mom. I'm just going to call her the mom.
Yeah.
Who had her own portrait painted by Marianne's father. So that's why Marianne got hired. Because at first you're like, why'd they hire a woman? Because this is 1760s, so women can't do anything. Yeah. Well, that's why. Okay, this is nepotism. So anyway, and so the mother warns her that Eloise wore out the last painter because she refuses to pose because she does not want to get married to a stranger, which
makes sense.
I get it, girl.
Yeah.
Though I'm like, do you get a painting of him or?
Yeah.
Do we just not?
No, because like a woman is like a product, right?
It's not like Hinge where they both got a painting.
Yeah. It's like you're stuck with whoever this guy is. Yeah.
That would be so funny.
Just like shipping it, like sailing across the sea.
Of you, my darling. Yeah, to see if I like you. So this part is kind of like creepy though. Her mom's like, you must paint her without her knowing. And I was like, that sucks.
Yeah.
And you must pretend to be her companion. So I felt like that was setting them up for failure. But
yeah, it's like sad because it's like she's gonna feel betrayed because she thinks she's just her companion,
which is friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, nope, I'm here to betray you.
Yeah.
And then fast forward, Marianne's prepping some of her canvases, and that's when the maid Sophie walks in to be like, hey, Eloise is ready for her walk. And Marianne's like, how did the sister die? Right? Because you're like, the maid's
she
like,
was young.
Well, we don't know, but we think she jumped off the cliff at the sea.
Maybe.
And she's like, well, why do you think she jumped and not fell? And the maid's like, because she did not cry out.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, dude.
Yeah, she did that.
Oh, yeah, this movie is fucking dark. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is not necessarily a feel-good film.
No.
Y'all. If you drink wine and do it when you're like on your period or you're sad or something, for me, or not.
You eat ice cream or something.
Yeah, have your feel good thing by you, whatever that is. That's an energy drink, wine, ice cream.
Yes.
So then we see Marianne and Eloise meet for the first time, sort of. Eloise like won't even look at her and just walks in front of her and never shows her face, which is indicative. And then they're like heading towards the ocean, and Eloise just breaks into a freaking sprint.
Yeah.
Like straight towards the cliff. And so Marianne's like, oh no, she's gonna fucking jump on my watch. Like,
yeah.
what the fuck? So they're just like both running in these super heavy dresses. And then right at the edge, Eloise stops and she's just like panting. So I have a lot of like quotes of conversation because it was just so good to me.
No, I love it.
She stops suddenly and she says, I've dreamt of that for years. And Marianne's like, dying?
Yeah. She's like, the fuck?
And Eloise is like, running.
Aww.
Which is just like, just reminds you of the times. Like, she hasn't been allowed to run probably since she was like 11.
Can't do anything.
Yeah, since she became a woman.
Yeah.
You know? And then they're standing and looking at the ocean, and I think it's funny because Marianne keeps looking at Eloise a lot, which without the context of her needing to draw her without her knowing, it just seemed really gay.
Yeah, she's like, wow, I'm so
she's like
interested.
And so, of course, Eloise doesn't know this at first, so she's like, this chick's really into me.
Yeah, she's like, wow, she loves
me. And so, but she's studying her face. But to me, it felt like the attraction was heavy already.
Yeah.
And then the next day, Marianne starts drawing Eloise from memory, which as an artist and someone who like literally has a bachelor's in fine art, it's fucking crazy. Like how, I mean, she probably didn't actually draw that. But whatever, this idea of her being able, let me suspend my disbelief. Her being able to draw her that well from memory was just mind-blowing to me. I was like, oh yeah, this movie rocks.
It's because of love.
The
love gave her the superpower.
Really, yeah, imbued in the drawing. And then they take another walk down to the sea cliffs, and I thought it was interesting because it was windy that day. So then they had their faces wrapped, which for me felt very erotic, but maybe because I'm into different types of denial.
Oh, okay.
But also interesting because then she can't see half of her face.
Yeah, she's like, what the hell? I need to draw
her. And so then they kneel down, they look out into the sand. Eloise says that she wants to go bathe, which is kind of the old-timey way to be like, I want to go into the body of water. And Marianne's like, okay, but do you know how to swim?
Oh, yeah.
And Eloise is like, I don't know.
It'll be fine.
And then I wrote gay close-up of hands.
Oh, yeah.
Because Marianne can't see her face, so she's studying her hand posture. And then she secretly sketches them when like Eloise like walks off. And then that evening she hangs out with Sophie, Marianne does, and Sophie's like, how's it going? And Marianne's like, it's difficult. I haven't even seen her smile. And the maid's like, well, have you tried being funny? I was just like, okay, bitch.
I love Sophie.
Yeah, Sophie's so cute. Also, this just like whole thing just sounds like fun. There's just like everyday beach drawing. Like what a vacation.
I know. And it's like, it's always girls' night because there's no guys there and the mom is away, so that bitch is not there. So it seems so fun. And they're in like a castle.
Yeah,
you know?
they're in like this beautiful home. Anyway,
yeah.
It's like, wow, my life. So the next day at the beach, things get a little serious, and Marianne asks Eloise if she thinks that her sister wanted to die. And Eloise said basically kind of yes, because in her sister's last letter to her, she apologized for no reason, and she thinks it's because her sister knew that she was leaving her fate to marry this guy from Milan. And that she preferred the convent because she got to just read and listen to music, blah, blah, blah. And Marianne's like, oh, yeah, music's cool. I like drawing. Like, okay. And then Eloise is like, oh, are you going to get married? And Marianne's like, oh, I don't know, but I don't have to. Just like sick burn. Yeah. Well, she is a lady.
Oh.
But she doesn't have to because she's inheriting her father's business, so she's financially solvent.
Yeah.
And I think her dad's dead, so she just literally doesn't have a male relative to sell her off.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
And so that kind of pisses off Eloise, and she's like, "Well, you don't understand me."
Yeah. She's like, "Fuck you."
Marianne's like, "But I do understand you."
She's like, "I think we're both gay, so I really understand you so well." Anywho.
Oh wait, so the mom hasn't left yet, but she just hasn't been around.
I thought she left.
She's like, no, but she is going to leave.
Okay.
And she's like, how is it going? And Marianne's like, well, like by the time I get home from hanging out with your beautiful daughter at the beach all day, I don't have like any light to draw or paint by. And she's like, okay, I'll keep her busy tomorrow so you could actually work. And it's funny because Marianne like can't get this woman to pose for her, so she literally puts on the green dress that's supposed to be Eloise's dress and looks at herself in a mirror and then makes Sophie wear the green dress so she can like paint the body of Eloise, and is literally only basing it on Eloise's hands and neck and face.
Yeah.
which is still just like freaking crazy.
Yeah.
But we do get to see some of the painting, and again, just like as a painter, I'm just like, oh, that's a good painting. And then Eloise comes in and she wants to smoke tobacco with Marianne. I was like, ooh, I know, super scandalous.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, my mother said I can go walking alone tomorrow. And Marianne's like, you'll be free. And Eloise is like, being free is being alone. Like just all these like weird sick burns between the two of them. And I thought this part was important where Eloise is like, well, I'm gonna go to church or I'm gonna go to mass because I want to hear music. And Marianne's like, well, organ music's pretty bleak. Like, you should try the orchestra sometime. And basically, like, Eloise hasn't lived, which is kind of crazy because she seems to be like a high society woman.
Yeah.
But she clearly hasn't spent any time in like the major cities.
No, it's like they live on this like remote island area.
Like in the middle of nowhere, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the mom has not taken them anywhere. It's like you go to the convent and then you get married.
Really?
And that's it.
Like, how has she not been to the orchestra? That sucks. And so Eloise is like, well, tell me about it. And Marianne's like, you can't explain music. So there's a harpsichord in the room. So Marianne walks over to it and she tries to play. Well, she tells her, she's like, oh, I'm going to play you this piece. It's about a coming storm. And it's like a really frenzied piece. And it's a Vivaldi piece. I think it's Summer from the Four Seasons. But anyway, and it's a really romantic moment. And like we finally see like Eloise smile.
Aww.
And then like Marianne gets kind of like flustered because she can't remember how it goes, and it's also like a really hard piece to play.
She's like, what the heck? This is
like,
hard.
I'm shocked you could even go that far, but all right. I was like, oh yeah, some gay eye contact for sure. And then okay, yeah, and then Eloise comes back from mass, blah blah blah, and Marianne's hands are like covered in paint, so she's just like hiding them. She's like, oh hey girl. And oh, this is hot. And then Eloise was like, in solitude, I felt the liberty that you spoke of, Marianne, but I also felt your absence. Okay, we all know what that means. And she wants her to walk with her tomorrow. I was like, that was her asking her on a date.
Yeah, and she's like, I've been thinking about you.
Yeah, I was like, slow burn, subtle gay vibes.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, all right, that's a date. And then Marianne tells the mom that the portrait is finished that evening. And we see it, and like, yeah, it looks like Eloise, but it also like doesn't. Because it's like, feels fake.
Yeah.
Because she kind of like gave her a smile that she never really saw. But she says, can I show it to Eloise first and tell her the truth? And the mom's like, yeah, okay. And then also interesting, then after the mom leaves, Marianne goes and takes the first portrait that the first artist had made, and she just fucking sets that shit on fire and throws it in the fireplace.
She's like,
I was like, there are so many portraits on fire and stuff on fire. Like, I was like, okay, you're a little pyro. And then so she admits the next day to Eloise at the beach. All their big heart-to-hearts happen at the beach.
Yeah.
That she's a painter and that she came here to paint Eloise. And obviously Eloise feels betrayed because she's just like, you're part of the problem. Like, you're trying to help give me away to this dude.
So sad.
And she's like, but are you leaving today? And Marianne's like, well, yeah, because it's done. And then Eloise gets like down into her little itty bitties and goes into the ocean, which I think is a funny thing to do when you're really angry. You're like, I'm just gonna go in the ocean.
I'm so mad, I need to
go mad. And she comes back and she's all like cold and angry. Just cute. And then they go back to the house. She shows her the portrait and she's like, is that me? Is that how you actually see me?
She's like, the fuck?
Sick burn. She's like, there's no life, there's no presence. I really love this part. Marianne says, your presence is made up of fleeting moments that may lack truth. And Eloise is like, not everything is fleeting. Some feelings are deep. We know what that means. I know. I was like, subtext. The fact that it isn't close to me, I can understand, but I find it sad that it isn't even close to you. Like, so Eloise just read that painting to shreds. She was just like, this sucks. And then Marianne's like, well, I didn't know you were an art critic.
Yeah,
I was
what
like,
the
oh my
fuck?
God, this is their first fight.
Aw.
Like, holy crap. And then Eloise is like, well, I didn't know you were a painter.
Yeah, true.
And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then Marianne gets really pissed and like dips her rag in like mineral oil and just like blurs out her face. And then the mom comes in and is like, what the?
She's like, what? We finally
had it. I was like, don't worry, guys. We still have an hour of movie left. We knew this was going to happen. And she was like, it wasn't good enough. I'll start again. And her mom's like, no, you're fired. And then Eloise is like, no, Mom, Marianne stays. I'm going to sit for this portrait. And I was like, girl. So then we see their first session of posing, and Eloise comes in wearing the now like famous green dress. And I loved watching Marianne pose her. It was it felt like a dom sub.
Yeah.
Like she was like, sit, put your arm here, chin up, look at me.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, oh fuck. Okay.
It was giving that scene in Wayward where the wife makes Mae Martin crawl across the floor to her. It's like,
I need to rewatch that scene.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, I think I'm overdue. It's been a couple months. And yes. And then it was funny because like, okay, so they're doing that. They're like making hard eye contact. And then all of a sudden, it's just a scene cut. This was hilarious to me. Scene cut, jump. Marianne's in bed, naked. We see a full bush.
Oh, yeah.
Full bush. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm watching a French film. Okay, yeah. And I was like, what's going on? And she's like moaning. And at first I was like, is she masturbating? I was like, oh, no, she has her period.
Yeah. I thought that, too. I was like, oh, she's like, damn,
yeah,
she turned
like,
me on.
So hot.
Yeah, but instead it's sadness because
just,
blood.
It's just the facts and math.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, but we got to see full bush. And then
thanks for that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, a little teaser. And then Sophie makes her hot compress, and that's when we find out that Sophie has missed 3 periods and she don't want a baby.
Yeah.
I like how there was just like really that was just like it. Just like, oh, how many of you missed? 3? Okay. Do you want a baby? Yeah. No? Okay. Like, I was like, we're not going to talk about like why. Okay, anyway. And then we get to see all these really weird, antiquated ideas on how to have forced abortion, which was crazy. Like she's like running to exhaustion.
They were like pushing her so she'd run to one of them and then run back. And
I was like, is there any scientific? But then I was like, was science even invented?
It was old wives' tales. They were the old
this is midwifery for sure. They gather herbs. They hang her from a rafter. Like they're doing all sorts of home remedies.
Like, come on, we gotta get it out.
And then, Eloise asks Marianne if she's ever like basically had an abortion.
Yeah,
subtly. And she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. And then she asks her if she's ever known love. She says yes.
Yeah.
And then they put Sophie to bed, and Eloise falls asleep next to her, and then Marianne draws Eloise while she's asleep, which is really sweet.
She loves her.
She does. I was like, that is like drawing someone while they're sleeping. I mean, you're in love, girl.
Yeah, she's
That's
just
done.
like hard eyes. You know?
Done. Yes. And then the next day they're doing more of their portrait. So now the mom's gone, right? Because the mom left when the second portrait's being painted.
Okay.
Which is why they can do all this crazy shit with Sophie.
Yeah. Without the mom being like, what are you guys doing?
Like, what are you doing? But she's having a hard time capturing Eloise's smile. And she's like, I feel like when I do it, and then it vanishes. And Eloise is like, well, anger always comes to the fore like definitely with you. And I was like, oh my God, you guys are a couple already. Like totally a couple. And then they both like read each other, which I thought was funny. Like she's like, well, I know you because you touch your lip when you're anxious and then you do this when you're sad. And like she's like, well, I've been watching you too. And it is so cute. I was like, okay, guys, we get it.
Yeah, just have sex already.
I know. I was like, when are you gonna have sex? It's like super intimate. And then they stand up and they're very close together and their eyes are locked and their mouths are open and they're breathing really heavy. And then Marianne just retreats and goes back to painting. I was like, girl.
They're just trying to keep building the
They
tension
really
for
were,
us here.
which I get it. It's fun.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, time is of the essence.
Yeah, there's not that much time before she's supposed to like marry someone.
And Marianne has to leave and the painting's over. So it's
I
like,
forgot about that part.
You should start hooking up now.
Yeah.
But, all right. And then but Eloise is warming her up because then at the next painting session, she's like, so Marianne, do you paint nudes? And Marianne's like, yeah, but only women.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, well, why not men? And she's like, oh, because they don't let me.
Yeah, I'm not allowed.
I'm just not allowed. And then she's like, but I do it anyway. I'm like, oh, in secret. And she's like, oh, naughty girl. And then Eloise is like, well, what do you tell these male models? And Marianne just like starts complimenting Eloise and saying all these like really beautiful things. And then she's just like, JK, this is what I tell the male models. So it just like makes her laugh. And then I thought this was like kind of a weird foreshadowing moment after that when they're hanging out with Sophie in the evening. They're reading the myth of Orpheus and Eurydice. Do you know that story?
Sort of. And then I think they reference it again later.
Yeah,
maybe.
they do. But like they read like the ending. So it's like Orpheus follows Eurydice into hell to like basically bring her back from death. And it's a long story. And of course, it's a myth. So he's got to do all these like trials and tribulations and stuff. And then at the very end, they're like, okay, you can have her, but you have to leave hell with her behind you. And you can't look back until you're cleared of hell, basically. And what does he do?
He looks back.
He looks back. And that makes her die again.
Such a stupid idiot. Also, I remember hearing that there wasn't I feel like most people had like a Greek mythology era in their life. I don't know. I did. Yeah. As like a child. Like around when Hercules came out.
Classic.
Like, whoa, I'm so interested. Yes. I loved the beautiful music, goddesses or whatever.
Yeah. Oh my God. Everything about it.
It was so good. I had the McDonald's plates, Yeah. But I remember being really into like reading the stories. I would check out Greek mythology books at the library at school. So I do remember that story now because I remember reading it and being like, damn, why did he do that?
I took my parents to see an opera called Eurydice, so it was from her perspective.
Yeah.
And all three of us fell asleep.
Oh no! Oh, no,
I thought it'd be a beautiful, fun thing to do with my parents, like a little family date. No, we all fell asleep.
Like good nap.
Yeah, great nap.
Expensive nap.
Well, we were in the nosebleeds.
Okay.
But I thought it was interesting because that story is about like the power of love because it makes him go to the depths of hell, but then the inevitability of depth because she dies again, and then also like the destructive nature of doubt because he can't help himself but turn around. And so I didn't know if that had any like kind of foreshadowing about the nature of their relationship of like the power of love, but then there's doubt between them and not necessarily death, but they know that they can't end up together.
Yeah, like it will.
So death of being
not
physically
be forever.
Together.
Yeah.
And then it gets weird. So like the three of them go out into the night, and I'm just like, oh my God, 3 women going out into the night in 1760?
Witches.
Literally. Literally.
Yeah. Like,
and then I was like, oh shit, are they going to like a kickback?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And it's like a bonfire, and then quickly I realized it was only women. So then I was like, witches.
Yeah.
And Sophie finds out that she's still pregnant. Obviously.
Damn.
The running and hanging from rafters didn't work.
Dang it.
And so the medicine woman says, come back in 2 days. But this is when they're hanging out at the bonfire and people are like drinking and probably doing drugs or something.
Yeah.
People are having a good time. And this is like, I think, well, obviously this is like the standout scene of the movie. All these women start like singing and clapping in like a syncopated crescendo, and it's super eerie,
Yeah.
but like beautiful. And they're just like, this is wild. Like looking at each other, and like Eloise and Marianne are making this really romantic eye contact in this like otherworldly experience. Can you imagine reading Orpheus and Eurydice, and then you go to this bonfire and this happens, and you're like, what is life right now? Like, I would be tripping out even if I was sober.
I was gonna say, also, I feel like they were
and
doing
being like
something
high off of love, like being like
Aw.
falling in love. That's such a crazy feeling.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. But like, and then they're making all this delicious eye contact, and then Eloise kind of like comes around because she wants to come closer to Marianne, and that bitch is on fire.
I know. What the hell?
She is 100% on fire. Like, and I love this part because she does not break eye contact.
Yeah.
It's just she's 100% for Marianne, even though she's literally on fire. Maybe that's a metaphor.
Yes.
And then like she gets like tackled by someone who's like smothering
She's
her.
like, you're on fire,
like,
lady.
you're in danger, girl. Like I was like, what is happening? This is so crazy. But it was just like such a stunning image. Like I would want to pause that and paint that. Like that was so cool.
Yeah.
Antijuez. Okay, so then the next day, sorry, it's just always the next day do they go to the beach.
But they go to the beach a lot, but they live on a beautiful island.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But this time, like, you know, their pinkies touch. Gay.
So gay.
That's the gayest form of hand holding.
Yeah.
And the tension is building, and then Eloise goes and like hides in like a cave. So Marianne follows her, and they're in this mouth of the cave, and they have their first kiss finally. And it did not last long enough. That's another bone I'm gonna pick.
Yeah, you're like, what the hell?
And then Eloise just like runs away. Which is like, but you kind of initiated it.
Yeah. And then she's like, I don't know, why did I do that?
Yeah,
I'm
like,
actually scared.
Girl, have gay sex. You're about to get married. Just do it.
Get it out of the way before you have to be married to this man forever.
I'm not naming names, but I do know people that didn't have gay sex before they got married, and they do regret it.
Oh, man. See, you got to do what you got to do.
Many people. Don't be that person. You're going to get married, and you're marrying someone that isn't, whatever. Just have gay sex is what I'm saying.
Just do it.
Just do it. Nike, just do it.
Yeah.
And then back at the house, Eloise is like hiding and like not coming down for dinner. And Marianne's like, okay. And Marianne starts having these visions where she sees Eloise in the darkness of hallways.
Yeah.
And she looks like she's dead. But like,
yeah.
But she's like in a white gown and like either looks like an angel or like, yeah,
or
deceased.
Like something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like glowing, and then she just like recedes and goes away. And I'm like, holy crap. And she's like luminescent. And then Marianne goes into her room, and Eloise is actually just in there chilling. And then they like hug. And Eloise looks like kind of scared. And I love this line. She says, do all lovers feel they are inventing something?
Oh, I know.
Oh,
I know.
Yes. Yes, they do.
I know.
Like, holy shit. Who wrote this shit,
I know. It's
man?
beautiful. It's like, it's that feeling of like, no one could have felt this way before. No one could have done these things.
No one has felt this way before.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's so special.
Fucking beautiful.
But also, it makes me think of, on a lighter note, since I'm tearing up, is it Trey Songz, the girl, you gonna think I invented sex? That's also
Caitlynn.
That's what I thought of. I was like,
audience, are you hearing this shit?
No, it's a good song.
I was just like, this is the most beautiful thing I have ever heard. And Caitlin's like, you would have thought I invented sex.
I don't know.
To each their own.
Yeah. But no, it is really sweet. I do
Yeah.
really like it.
It's the same sentiment as Straight Songs.
But
I mean,
basically.
and then they make out and make love, yes!
Oh my god.
Except for we don't get to see it.
Yeah, we just know it happened.
We just see them wake up the next day. And I was like, was this for ratings? Whatever.
Yeah.
And then they take Sophie to go get her abortion.
Yeah.
So that's a fun thing to do on the docket that day.
Yeah.
This scene we talked about unpacking this. This was weird to me.
Yeah.
Like, I think she was like shoving some sort of paste that probably then would obviously terminate the pregnancy. But what I thought was totally fucked was there was a baby lying next to Sophie.
Yeah.
While she's having an abortion, and it's like, and like playing with her hair, and she's like crying. I don't want a baby next to me when I'm terminating my baby.
I know. Is it weird? Because I was like, I thought it was kind of sweet.
Oh, you thought that was sweet? I thought that was totally fucked.
I was like, oh, the baby's comforting her. But it is sad because she's like, I could have a baby, but I don't want to for however many reasons.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it is like sad. But I thought it was sweet that the baby was like holding her pinky.
I mean, cute little baby, but
did you really have to put the baby there? You can't put the baby anywhere else.
Midwifery, but I was just like, that's wild. That's realistic. But I think for me, I'd be like, get that fucking baby away from me because I'm like literally killing a baby right now. Like, I don't want a live baby next to me. That would put me over the edge.
Yeah,
I would probably have an insane. I already would have depression after going through something like that. Like, that's no easy decision to make.
Yeah.
And to have like a little life next to me, I don't know, that would mess me up. So I was like, Sophie's a stronger woman than me, I guess.
Well, yeah,
she was chilling. She was like, hey, y'all want to paint or chill? Were we drinking wine after this?
Yeah.
Like, literally.
But it also like makes me wonder, like I almost felt like putting it in there as like kind of so like normal, like was like just to show like it's almost like just like every woman gets multiple of these like in their life.
For sure. That's
so I feel like maybe her being like
had said, I've also
and I mean, because first of all, I mean, birth control wasn't really a thing. It would just be like, you know, using abstinence, the times of the moon and then the pull-out method if the man agrees to it, which I don't think men were agreeing to anything at this time. And then the second part of what I was going to say is that you couldn't say no at this time. Like, men literally, like, can do whatever they want to women. So it's like, we don't know who the dad is of Sophie's terminated pregnancy, do we? Like, did she have a boyfriend? Like, we don't know.
Or anything,
exactly. So it's like, almost like, girls' night, we go get an abortion, and then we hang
First
out.
Up abortion, second up red wine.
Yeah, like I don't know, it was sad, but I just really like that they put this whole storyline in there, even though I forgot about it until I rewatched it. I don't know.
I do think it was cool that they showed that though. That seems like very controversial, especially for the time.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's also why they didn't show the sex, because they were already being controversial showing the abortion stuff. They were like, we can't also have lesbian sex. It's too much.
What happens after sex?
Yeah.
And then so back at the house, Eloise is like, bruh, we gotta paint this.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Marianne, kiss your veins. But I don't disagree. That is a monumentous thing, and it was an interesting portrait. And the next day, they're sitting portrait again, and Eloise is cheesing so hard. She's like smiling, and Marianne's like, stop that. Keep still.
She's like, I can't.
Yeah, she's like being a dom again, and then she kisses her, and then they make love again, and that's when Eloise whips out a container of drugs.
Yeah.
She's like, yo, look what I scooped at the bonfire I picked up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit. So I looked it up, because I was like, what is this?
Oh, thank you, because I didn't know what it was.
I forgot what they called it in the movie. It was like witches something. But it was like, she's like, oh, it makes you fly. It makes time last longer. And they know that they're running out of time. So that was important. But it's like, It was an ointment that was generally applied to the underarm. So that wasn't just like some weird shit. That was how it was applied.
Okay.
And it was generally made from like mandrake or belladonna.
Okay,
So
I was
it's like a
wondering
psychotropic,
belladonna.
gonna
Okay.
be like a hallucinogen. Yeah, really disoriented psychedelic experience. So they trip balls.
Yeah, their eyes.
Yeah,
they're like
Eloise's
crazy,
pupils are so dilated.
Dark, black, giant. I was like, wow, they're fucked up.
Yeah. And then Marianne sees the apparition of Eloise again. So it's just like, uh-oh.
She's haunted by her love.
Love
for her.
I was like, this is so fucking sad. This is not gonna end well.
No.
And then the next day, Eloise finally gets to see the painting. It's done. And she's like, oh, I like this one. And she's like, by the way, Marianne, you didn't destroy the last one for me because of what I said. You destroyed it for yourself. I was like, girl, why are you starting to fight? You know she gonna leave soon. And then Marianne's like, well, I want to destroy this painting too, because when I'm done with it, then I have to give you away to someone else. And I was like, oh my God, that's so sad.
I know.
And then that pisses off Eloise, and she's just like, will you blame me for what's next because I have to get married? And then Marianne's like, well, yeah, because I thought you were braver.
Ooh.
And Eloise is like, well, I thought you were braver. And I was like, you guys.
Like, I know you are, but what am I?
Literally. And then Eloise is like, what? Would you prefer that I resist? And Marianne's like, yes. And she's like, well, are you asking me to? And Marianne says no. And so Eloise just like storms out because obviously it's like, what do you want from me? What am I supposed to do?
I feel like she wants her to resist without her telling her to.
That is such a like girl move.
I want you to do the thing that I want you to do without me telling you to do the thing that I want you to do.
I
want you to want to do it. And I don't have to tell you.
And if you don't want to do it without me telling you, then you don't really want to do it. You don't love me.
Yeah, then you would be just doing it to appease me.
I know, and that doesn't count. It's like,
I don't know. That was what I felt.
Fucking hell. And so we, of course, end up at the ocean because all the emotional parts of the movie take place at the ocean.
So beautiful there.
It is so beautiful. I wish all my fights took place at the ocean.
Like, wait, we're going to fight. Let's get in the car and drive to the beach. Are we fighting
right now? Can we go to Pismo really quick?
Yeah. We need to go to the beach.
Oh, wait. We're not supposed to reveal our location, our secret location.
I was like, it's okay.
And then Marianne runs up from behind and hugs her and cries. And she's like, please forgive me. So then they go back to the house. Oh, sorry. Then they finish the portrait. It's just like little light touches. It's like really like.
Yeah, like a little like white.
Yeah, it's just like the highlights. It's the finishing touches that just like really bring it together. And truer words were never spoken when Eloise was like, well, how do we know when it's finished? And Marianne's like, well, at one point we just stop. And I was like, ooh, that is. They're also talking about their relationship.
I know. It's like, oh.
Everything is a metaphor for their relationship.
Yeah.
So that was super cryptic. And then the mom gets back the next day. So, of course, they make love again.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, y'all better make love the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And Marianne starts drawing a cameo of Eloise for herself to keep. And Eloise was like, well, I want a painting of you. So this part was so hot. Fucking love this part. She's like, okay, give me a book. So Eloise gives her a book of hers, and Marianne props up a small mirror right in Eloise's crotch.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, of all the places, of course that's where.
That was the perfect place.
Yeah.
I kept it steady, you know? And she's like, I could see myself in your vagina.
It's more ways than one.
And she draws a nude self-portrait of herself, like full body, on page 28 of Eloise's book. So gay.
I know.
And Eloise says that she feels regret, but Marianne says that she doesn't regret. she just wants to reminisce on their romance and wish that they hadn't wasted time in the beginning, which
For
is
real.
what I said.
Yeah.
What did I say? I
Yeah.
said you should have been fucking sooner.
Yeah, for real.
But no, you had to like be subtle and have all this
yearning
momentum building. Yeah, all this yearning and pinky touching.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also love this line when Marianne's like, when you asked me if I had known love, I knew the answer was yes because that moment was now.
I know.
I was like, oh my God.
I know, because I feel like
My heart.
I know, because I felt like Eloise seemed kind of sad.
A man would never say that to you. A man would never.
Yeah, I felt like when she said it in the moment, Eloise seemed kind of like sad, and I think because she's thinking like, yeah, she's loved someone.
She had just asked if you've had an abortion, which means she slept with men.
Yeah, so
and then
she's like,
oh, have you been in love? She's like, yeah. She's like, you fucking loved men.
Yeah, ew. And then
she's like, God damn it.
She's like, no, it was about you.
It was you, babe.
Oh, it's you. It's so sweet.
So that was like, okay, another tear jerker. Jesus Christ, how many was that?
I don't know. I'll lose count.
And it's just like really romantic. She's like, don't go to sleep, don't go to sleep. It was like, oh no. And then in the morning, the mom comes back and Marianne is paid and has to leave.
Yeah.
And then when she goes to say goodbye to Eloise, she can't really bring herself over because Eloise is wearing that freaking white dress
that she kept seeing
in all the like apparitions. And then it like flashes forward. So I was like, oh no, I need to see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm a Libra. You need to tie this up in a bow, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That wasn't okay. So then we flash forward. And Marianne's at like a gallery show and she has a painting of Orpheus and Eurydice. And this guy comes up and he's like, oh, like, is this one of your father's paintings? This is a really unusual pose. She's like, no, dude, it's fine. I just submitted it under my father's name because sexism.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, that's interesting because they normally don't paint Orpheus after he's already turned around. I was like, oof. Well, that's because she's already turned around.
Yeah. So sad.
And then la-di-da. And then she walks over. She's like looking at the other paintings and she sees a painting of Eloise with her then child who's probably several years old. And she's holding a book and it's open to page 28.
I know. It's like, she's like, yeah, like trying to show her, like, if you ever see this, like, I never forgot you.
Yeah. And I still masturbate to page 28.
Yeah. She's like, don't worry. I always. And it's always like the fingers so sexual in the book.
Yeah, the fingers are just like inserted.
Yeah. Like, I wish this was you, but it's just a picture of you.
And then we hear Marianne say, I saw her one more time. And they're at the theater and they're in the balcony, but they're like too far away from each other. And Eloise doesn't see her. And the orchestra starts playing. So we're like, oh, Eloise finally made it to the orchestra. Like that was their thing. Marianne was like, you need to go to the orchestra, girl. You need to live. Yeah. And the piece that's being performed is Vivaldi's Summer, which is the piece that made her smile with Marianne. Yeah. And that's the end. She just like is crying and smiling.
Yeah. I think that, I mean, they're both very good actors. I think that part, like, she showed so much emotion, like, listening to the music and she's not saying anything, you know? Yeah. And I always just think it's so amazing when actors show so much with just like their facial expressions. And she was really showing so much. I was like, did she get an award for this?
Like
I don't know. She should have.
And remorse and then longing and then like memory and reminiscing and then happiness and then like happy tears. She went through the gamut.
Yes.
And I was just like, bitch, look to your left.
I know. I'm like, she's there.
Marianne's like literally like this.
She's staring at her. Like, you know,
like,
you can feel.
Do you not have survival mechanisms? Yeah. I'm like, do you not feel someone staring?
She's like, I'm just used to people looking at me all the time.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, no. Okay.
So for like the trope of like the lesbians don't end up together, I thought this one was like past the test. It was an okay way for them to not end up together.
Yeah.
Also, because it's 1760 girl, there was no way they were gonna end up together unless they were dead.
Yes, like it was more realistic in that they didn't end up together, but they also still always loved each other. And they
were part of each other.
Yeah, like the way that Marianne spoke of the story was like with so much love. And then you can see, obviously, from the painting and from the way that Eloise was reacting to the music, that it's like she still always will love her.
You know what's crazy though?
What?
Is if you think about it, they were probably chilling for like 2 weeks.
I know. But that's so lesbian. They were like, I am in love with you. Okay, but also that makes me think of Titanic, because you know how it's like,
oh yeah,
there was this love story
for like 5 days.
Yes, it was such a short amount of time, but it's like
he died for a girl he knew for 5 days.
Man, there was room.
That's why
she should have put him on there.
Wasn't it Mythbusters or whatever?
I think.
They tried it out and they were like, no, that piece of wood could have held 2 bodies.
She was just a spoiled brat. She was like, no, you can be down there.
Science says Jack could have fit.
Yeah. So. I'm still so sad about it. It's literally, it's going to be 30 years next year since that movie came out. I hope they do something special. I've seen it at the theater. Well, obviously, when I was a child, I saw it at the theater. And then I saw it like a couple of years ago. I made Bob go with me because I was like, they have Titanic at the AG Theater.
Yeah.
But they need to do something extra special for 30th.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, I don't know. I love Titanic.
I'd go.
Yes. Okay, and we'll dress like Titanic era. Yeah.
I'm down.
One of the things
I love dressing up in my black tie.
Yes. I don't know. I do love like older movies and period pieces because I like to look at the outfits. Yes, and I'm always like, oh my God.
I'm like, oh my God, they're not wearing blue jeans.
Yes.
How refreshing.
I'm always like, I remember when I was a kid, I would always watch Titanic because it's my favorite movie.
Yeah.
And try to pick out like what's my favorite outfit that she wore, you know? I like the outfit that she wears when she goes into steerage and she gets drunk and she does the like tippy toes.
Mm-hmm.
She's wearing like this like red and black dress. Yeah. It's so beautiful. Man, I love that movie.
I just want more vintage clothes. Yeah. And reasons to wear them.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, we can dress up for the podcast. This is my reason to buy ridiculous things.
Well, I told you I forgot I had this. This is actually a 70s dress.
Yeah, but it totally works.
That was my grandmother's.
That's cool.
And I was like, oh, I forgot I had that. Shout out to Grandma.
Yeah.
Her birthday recently. She's dead though, so she would have been 113.
Oh my God, that would be like one of the oldest people ever. I don't know.
Yeah. She'd be in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah. Well, this was fun. Thank you. Yes, we're gonna do Munch March Murder.
Lord,
I haven't thought about my answers. Our options are Eloise, Marianne, and Sophie. What would you say?
Said this last time. Don't love blondes.
Oh yeah.
Plus Marianne is giving more of the mask energy.
Yeah.
So I guess I would. I don't find Sophie attractive.
No.
So I'm going to munch Eloise. I'm going to marry Marianne, even though she probably doesn't want to get married. And then I'm going to murder Sophie.
Aw, poor Sophie.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Sometimes it's so hard because there's not enough, like, characters that they give that much of, like, information on.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to put the mom.
She's cute and fun.
Yeah. But I didn't like her because she's making her daughter get married. So I felt like...
Oh, I meant Sophie, not the mom.
I was like, I mean...
You're like, sure, the mom's cute and fun. The mom was probably cute and fun when she was younger, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
She's still a pretty woman, though.
Yes, I know. That's why I almost put her. But then I was like, no, because she's a bitch and I feel like we would murder her. So, I don't know. Okay, so...
Yeah, I would have murdered the mom.
Yeah. So, okay, I think... Yeah, I guess I would probably go the same way. I don't know, because I really like Sophie, but she looks to me like, okay, she looks like the little girl in the meme that is like she's wearing like a purple headband thing, and she's like, Like, do you know what I'm talking about? She has
No,
long.
I'm not chronically on mine.
Okay. Well, she looks like this little girl from a meme, and so I know she's an
Oh,
adult.
if she
but
looks like a baby, that's a no for Katlynn.
Yes, I'm like, no, she reminds me of this little girl from a meme.
You're like, that's a child. No, thank
yeah,
you.
no.
Murder.
Yeah. So I have to murder her.
I have to murder the child.
Since she's a child, I will murder her. And then I would also merge with Marianne and munch Eloise because Marianne was giving more dominant mask energy.
Or
and
should we have
like
married Eloise, save her from her hetero marriage?
Okay, yeah, but in that time they wouldn't have let either of us marry her either.
Well, there wasn't the caveat that this was in 1760 that we were doing
if
this.
they time traveled to now, yeah, then we could say no. I'm sticking with what I said, but good idea.
Fair.
Okay, and then what would you rate this movie on a scale of 1 to 5?
I'm gonna rate it a 4 out of 5 cherries.
Oh, well, why not 5?
I wanted more sex.
Oh yeah, it's true. Well,
it was French. If it were American, I'd be like, wow. I would have been blown away because American movies can be really like trivializing.
Yeah.
And not moving. But since it was French, I hold it to a higher standard.
That makes sense. I agree.
But that's hard. I mean, I'm also just like, a 5 out of 5 movie is like one of your favorites to me. Maybe I'm rating it to like.
No, I throw 5s out like
just
they're
throwing them out.
Monopoly money. So I give it a 5.
Get a 5, and you get a 5. What are you, Oprah?
Yes,
for sure.
I really.
It does deserve a 5 too. I'm just being picky.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I understand. I am also not gonna like go to bat for it. Like you have to give it a 5 or we're not friends. Remember that in like elementary school where kids would be like, "We're not friends anymore if you don't do this." That's so sad. Anywho, okay, cool. Well, it got good ratings from both of us. So
what was your rating?
I said 5.
Oh, you did?
Wait,
okay.
did I? Maybe I didn't say
you
it.
said it in your heart of hearts.
Yeah, I was like, it's a 5. Okay. I think, yeah. Yes, 5, in my opinion. And the first time I watched it, I probably would have said 4. But then when I rewatched it, I paid more attention. I have the problem of not paying attention. So I liked it. Also, I kind of dreamed about it last night because I knew we were going to talk about it today. Part? Just like I was like a lady in a fancy outfit on the beach. But no, I was just like on a beach on the rocks. I think also because I watched that Send Help movie and there was also a beach. So anywho, we're going to take a little breaky. So if you're enjoying But I'm a Lesbian, please head over to our Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, literally anything, and follow to stay up to date on our newest episodes and hottest takes. We're now accepting questions for our Dear Dykes advice segment. Send in your dilemmas and get help from us, your favorite lesbian podcasters. There's a link to the jot form in the description of this episode, as well as in our link tree on all social media pages. We are also launching our supporters club soon, or we might have already by the time this came out. I'm not sure yet. But we have a supporters club, okay? And there's info about it in the description of this episode. It will have exclusive content, not spicy well, we're going to talk about some spicy things, but it's not like OnlyFans vibes. Anyway, it's like mini-sodes. Okay, I'm going to stop talking and go to our break, and then we'll come back and do fun stuff. Welcome back. We're going to do some fun questions with our guest, Victoria. And I put these, they're like kind of like rapid fire questions, but I want you to feel free to elaborate because I feel like rapid fire questions are like, oh, you just have to answer it and give me no context. But I like it if you tell the story, but don't feel pressured.
Okay.
Okay.
You can tell a story, no pressure, but tell the story.
But tell the story, but yeah. Okay. So.
Well, some of these are no story.
I know. Like, actually, there's okay. So, coffee, tea, or neither?
Both.
Okay. So why? What's the story? I'm just kidding. You don't have to.
Coffee to wake up, tea to keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite kind of tea?
Kind with boba in it.
Okay, yeah. I love like the what it's called, like tiger
I like
milk or
lady
something?
gray tea. Of course, I would like something with the word lady in it.
Lady fingers. I always think that's the funniest word. Okay. Anyway. Well, because it's cookies, right? Lady fingers?
Yes, but
I'm
the
like-
way you said it was so odd.
I don't know, you guys. Also, I really have to pee, but I don't want to go yet. So if I'm being weird, it's also because I'm
Okay,
like,
wrap
gotta
it
pee.
up. Let's go.
No, okay. Mask, femme, chapstick, or any.
Or any.
Yeah, just any.
Okay, this is funny because I've only have been with chapsticks,
Yeah,
but I like masks.
yeah.
So
Me too.
any masks out there.
I don't know. They're so hot. I remember like,
I feel like there's a shortage.
okay, yeah.
Is that wrong? Is that a fallacy?
No, people say that. I think that in a way there might be, but here's the thing. I think maybe a good mask is in a shortage because there's a lot of fuckboy ones out there
Yeah.
that will just fuck anybody, and you could have them for a night, but like you don't really get to have them like be your girlfriend.
Yeah.
But then also I think that there is like a lot of masks that don't fit into like the TikTok mask, skinny, tall, and white that a lot of people think of. And so then it's like
I
they're
wasn't thinking skinny
oh good, because I feel like that's a thing that
or white.
oh good. I think a lot of times
I mean, you can be those things, but not exclusively. For me.
yeah, like thicker than a Snicker. I would prefer. No, okay. I've seen like a lot of talk of like this mask shortage, but I think I don't know. Maybe it depends. It depends also.
Yeah.
I'm just lucky because I have mine and I've had mine for how many years? Since 2012.
A decade or more. Yeah.
So like 14 years we've been together. And she's so cute. Okay, anyway, what is a red flag you ignore every time?
This one was hard because I ignore a lot of red flags.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to be like, because I don't ignore them.
Do you not know me? I used to like pretty much only go out with addicts, so that clearly was a red flag I didn't care about. And
Yeah.
like I can fix you. Lately I guess I've been dating emotionally unavailable people.
Yeah. Well, that's
And
also
not trying to fix them, just like, okay.
that's fine, I guess. Okay. What's a green flag that has you folding immediately?
I
was like emotional availability.
I wanted to be like, I don't know what a green flag is. I don't know. I don't think I date very like healthy people. Hypothetically, I would say kindness to strangers sounds really attractive.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's so sweet. I'm gonna say, because I love to talk about myself, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I thought we were going back and forth there.
Oh, okay. Today we were at the store, and wow, she's the sweetest. There was this old lady that was in the little, like, the cart that you can rent or whatever. The cart you get with the basket.
Cruiser, yeah.
And she was like stuck because one of the workers had like left their like big like cart that they were taking stuff off. They left it like kind of right in her way. And so the lady looked all confused. And then Juan was like, oh, do you want me to move this? So she like moved the worker's cart for her so she could get through. And I just thought it was so sweet. But then I'm also like, no wonder people think she works everywhere she goes because she's being nice to people like as if she works there.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay. What is the best compliment to receive?
I like being told I'm smart.
Oh my God, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's because we're both Aquariuses. But my favorite word is captivating. Because it's like everything. Captivating people are like probably good looking.
Yeah.
Probably smart. And like infinitely interesting. It's just like the trifecta.
Yes.
If you call me captivating, I will melt into your hand. Like that's
wow.
Anyone
That's a
out there
good
who
one.
wants to date me, call me captivating.
Okay, yes. This is also giving tips to all the people listening. Like if you have a crush on someone.
You have a crush on someone?
Tell
Tell
them.
them they're captivating.
Maybe
Maybe
like,
use a British
"Oh my
accent. I
God."
don't know.
Captivating.
Was that Australian?
I don't know.
What was that?
That was also
All right, let's walk
British.
that back. Use your normal accent.
Yeah, if you're really good at a British accent, do it. If you sound like me, don't do it. What's a movie you've rewatched for one specific scene?
Okay, so I'm not like a big movie guy.
Yeah.
Even though I work on this podcast.
Like, is it a really old movie?
No.
Oh, okay. Like Casablanca. I don't know.
No, that movie's boring.
I've never seen it. It seems
Controversial
boring.
fan. I really like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite movie.
Mm.
So I would just rewatch it, period.
Yeah.
But I really like the scene where they're like lying on the frozen. Have you seen that movie?
No, I still haven't seen it.
All right, well, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you. So you remember the scene where like they're lying on the frozen river and it's like a downward shot and they're illuminated. And so you see all the like cracks in the ice and they're just holding hands. And if you know the basic premise of the movie, like Joel is having Clementine erased from his mind because they had a bad breakup. And also she's like kind of freaking crazy. But in the middle of this procedure, which he's kind of asleep for, he's like, I don't want to do this anymore. Wake me up. I don't want to do this anymore. And so he's trying to hide her in his mind so that he doesn't lose all of his memories. Yeah. So that's the spotless mind part is they're wiping his mind of her. And he because it's getting rid of the pain, but he would rather keep the main thing is you want to keep the pain in order to keep the positive memories as well, the pleasure. Yeah. And so like that's like one of the pinnacle moments where he like realizes like I don't want to erase you. Like I fucked up. Aww. Yeah, girl, you gotta watch that movie.
I know.
The music is really interesting. I'm definitely like a contemporary kind of classical nerd, and yeah, so it's very fun, interesting movie. Yeah,
I have been saying I need to watch it since it came out like 20 something years ago. Wasn't it in like 2000?
It's definitely old. Yeah,
I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to watch it obviously because Kate Winslet is so beautiful, and I was like, wow, she has colored hair.
Keeps changing color, and she's like, she's like manic pixie but with long hair. It's really fun.
Okay, I need to watch it. Okay,
and Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Like favorite straight dude ever.
Okay,
he was Pedro Pascal before Pedro Pascal. He's just a good guy.
Okay, but here's the thing about Jim Carrey. I don't think his humor is for me. Like the Ace Ventura.
He's not trying to be funny in this movie.
Okay, because I'm like, that's why I never really liked him.
He's just heartbroken. So you're like, nice.
Okay, cool.
No, there's no slapstick or anything.
Okay, good. So who's hotter, Jim Carrey? No, just kidding. Tortured artist or confident menace?
Tortured artist.
Yeah.
I don't even think that needs elaboration.
You're like,
what's wrong with a menace? I'm the menace. There can only be one.
You know what I think of when I think of a confident menace?
Who?
You know, Sam Rockwell's character in Charlie's Angels.
Okay.
he's like dancing. I don't know. That's what I think of. And he was a tool, but he was like kind of attractive in a way.
Yeah, it's like fuck boys, tools. Yeah. Hey mamas, like those are the confident menaces. I don't.
Yeah, no thanks.
Give me the tortured artist who's just like, I'm not good enough. I'd be like, yes, you are, babe. I can build you up.
Yeah, like it's fine. Okay. Would you survive a horror movie?
Yes.
Or yes, you would not be the person that dies first.
Okay, first of all, I don't think I'm hot enough to die first or dark-skinned enough.
Oh my God, it's so racist how they do that.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
But I'm also that guy where I'm just like, why did you make that choice? Like all the time. That's why you don't watch these movies with me. Like I'm just like, why didn't you pick up a weapon? Why did you answer the phone? Why are you still there?
Why would you answer the door?
Yeah, like just like why didn't you already call the police? Like I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So will I make it to the end? I don't know. I'm definitely making it to the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Who would you want to play?
Wait, what about you? Are you gonna get killed or no?
Oh, probably I would.
Yeah,
because
I feel like
you know how white people are.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, this is
no, but the white girl usually. Well, sometimes she dies first lately, but usually she dies second.
I was like, or
wasn't it black guy then white girl?
Yeah, it's like sluts die first, so it's usually like if there's a girl having sex. With someone, dying. Especially is it a white girl having sex with a black guy? They're both dying first. But no, I don't think I would like survive till the end because I don't have final girl like
energy.
I don't think I would be that good at like coming, mending my injuries on the fly and like, running when my like leg is broken. All the crazy shit that they do. But like I probably wouldn't be like first. So yeah, we'd be
Okay,
somewhere
we're
in the
middle
middle.
pack people.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that's fair.
fine. And hopefully like I don't know, we would get saved somehow. I don't know. No, I'd probably die. Who would you want to play you in a movie of your life?
A little unrealistic, but I think that Halle Berry would be adult me.
Yeah.
They'd have to curl her hair or something. And then young me would be Zendaya. Also have to fix something with their hair. But I think those two would make a good young to old transition of each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
No, they would, except that Zendaya's so tall and Halle Berry's like average height, I think.
You can fix that.
Okay.
It's just all
have
about
to
casting.
Editing. Oh.
It's just all about casting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the people around them.
Yeah, if you only cast really tall people around Zendaya, and
She'll look
then
normal.
it'll make her look like she's growing and she's short. And then if everyone's only a little bit taller than Halle Berry, then it'll just seem like she grew up and got taller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
They'd have to cast around those characters.
I feel like it's fine. I got it planned out though.
We already got this figured out.
Yes. Okay. What is a film you'd put on for a date to set the tone?
Okay, so it depends on the date, though.
Yeah.
Right? Because, like, what's the tone? So it's
like, how serious of a date?
Are we trying to smash?
That's what I took it as.
Then it's like Queen of the Damned, maybe.
Oh my god! All the Deftones music. Yeah. Okay, that's a good one.
That's like fucking.
Yeah.
If I want us to like feed each other strawberries and have sex in front of my fireplace,
yeah,
then I'm gonna put on Chocolat.
Oh my god, I've never seen that.
If you can stand Johnny Depp, it's really sexy.
Okay.
This is before we knew he like was an abuser.
Person. Yeah. Yeah.
And then if it's like I want you to be my boyfriend or girlfriend, I was gonna say put on Say Anything.
That's like my wife's favorite movie ever. So cute. Okay, well, I thought this was a funny question because the first time that me and Wa had sex, I got like she came over and I think we were 21. And I made her really strong shots and she's not used to drinking, but I was like drinking all the time. So we were like hammered.
You got her drunk?
Yeah, but I was also drunk.
You bad boy.
I know. Then my roommate was out of town because I shared a room with my roommate, but he was not there. And so I was like, do you want to go watch a movie? And then I'm pretty sure I put on Mean Girls. And then she was actually trying to watch the movie. And I was
because
like,
Wa is a lovely person.
Yeah. She's like, oh, you want to watch this movie? And I was like, trying to have sex with her.
Didn't set the right tone.
Yeah, so that was me.
Should have put on Queen of the Damned.
Yeah, I didn't know. I also had a very limited amount of DVDs, okay?
For sure, we didn't have streaming.
Yeah, so it was like that, or in the morning we watched Down in the Valley with Evan Rachel Wood and Edward Norton.
That at least has a more suggestive title.
Yeah, okay, but then it's like he's like a crazy older guy. Have you seen this movie?
No, but it sounds like it would have bored her, and she would have been like, "All right, fuck this movie."
Yeah, I should have put that
Mean Girls
on
is
that
entertaining,
night, but instead we did it in the morning when I had to leave. Anyway, okay.
Okay.
And what's a movie you would defend with your life, even though it's questionable?
Wayne's World.
Party time, excellent. Whenever someone mentions, when it was Lincoln's birthday, I always think of which one was
Abraham
it?
Lincoln?
Yes, it was like if you were president, you'd be Abraham Lincoln.
There's so many quotables in that movie.
It's so funny.
But it also like didn't age well.
No.
It's kind of weird. It's super sexist and misogynistic.
Yeah.
All the female characters are one-dimensional.
Yeah.
And I love it.
It's just so funny. So I agree. Okay, these were really fun questions. Okay.
Thank you. This is fun.
I want to do a queer trivia.
All right, I'm going to suck at this.
That's okay. They're hard. Okay.
I'm not good at trivia.
Well, maybe
queer trivia.
Maybe you'll know.
No.
Oh, this is hard. Okay.
Great.
Where was The Advocate first published as a local newsletter in 1967? A, New York, B, Minneapolis, C, San Francisco, or D, Los Angeles?
I don't know, so I'm going to go with the gayest city in the world and say San Francisco.
I know, that's what I would say too, but it's LA. At
Well,
least
fuck
it's in
me.
California.
All right.
Yeah.
Does that make us the gayest state then?
Okay, so it's interesting because when I think of gay states, I think of California, but
What do other people-
Massachusetts is the gayest state because
Oh.
they were like, I mean, they have what is it, Provincetown? That's gay. It's just a whole town of gays.
We have West Hollywood.
Okay, that's true, but they were also
and
the first.
San Francisco.
They were also the first to make gay marriage legal, right?
But when you think of Massachusetts, you don't think of like Massachusetts.
No, I think of massholes. Like I think of like Boston.
I think of
like Pack the
Wicked
Cat.
smart.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Give me a
ooh.
yeah.
I think of
or whatever.
CT from
That
the
was bad.
challenge. Yeah. Like, no. Okay, yeah. Oh, I think California
Well,
is
this
the
one's
gayest.
really easy.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Okay.
Who famously said, "We are all born naked and the rest is drag"?
My favorite, Lady Gaga. I love her.
No.
It's not?
Do you want to hear
Oh,
your
it's
option?
RuPaul.
Yeah.
I was like,
Wow. Did you just attribute a Black Queen's
to
quote
Lady
to
Gaga.
Lady Gaga?
That's so funny because I was like, yeah, you were born this way. And then I was like, wait, we're all born naked and the rest
You got
is
ahead of
drag.
yourself. You got ahead of yourself.
Yeah, sorry, but look, see, it's because you
Mother
said it was
Rue
easy and then I
will
got
forgive
nervous.
you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rue.
Well,
Was she even a
don't-
choice, Lady Gaga?
No.
I was like, I'm so sure it's Lady Gaga. That was
That's
embarrassing,
why I was
you guys.
shocked. I was like, wow, you're good at these. Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't just get mine wrong.
No, it's yeah. I love Drag Race, you guys, I swear. But that's okay. Anyway, okay, that was so fun. Thank you for tuning in to But I'm a Lesbian. We are your go-to for sapphic media reviews, WLW, drama, and unfiltered queer takes. If you enjoyed the show, please like, share, and subscribe on every platform. Leave us a review to help support the queer community and keep this lesbian-led pod thriving. After all, the algorithm's a bitch and we're just two lesbians with mics trying to survive. Or, in this case, a lesbian and a pan.
And tune in next week. Angelina will be back. Yay! And we'll be talking about a film known for its infamously long kissing scene, lasting an entire 3.5 minutes, y'all.
That's crazy.
The one and only Elena Undone, available on Hulu and Plex.
Yay! We will
See you next Tuesday.
Executive producers for But I'm a Lesbian are Katlynn Beatty and Angelina Herrera. Produced and mixed by Victoria Shiflett. Creative direction and video editing provided by Juanita Iriarte. Music by Stiletto Falsetto.